Morning world. It's about 9 a.m. It's Sunday, the 9th of April 2017. I'm just off on my way to central London to do a number of face-to-face readings. In this last few days, I've been finding myself getting more and more irritated, bored, impatient, frustrated. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, I can see the astrology of this. I've got an idea why this is happening. What about those people who don't get this at all? How are they feeling? And realising, well, there's a lot going on at the moment, so I think I better do a kind of explanation of what's going on. I'm looking at the various phenomena that's happened in this last week or two. The aftermath from the London terrorist outrage, the Stockholm terrorist outrage, the launching of missiles by America to Syria, and the ongoing border pushing towards extremism, and this is kind of amplified and demonstrated by what's going on in the sky. There's two big things happening. Firstly, there's a Mercury retrograde imminent. It's going to start in about 12 hours from now, 16 hours from now. And this last 4 or 5 days has been a time of real frustration, impotence, impatience, irritation, wanting things to happen, not knowing what it is that you want, but knowing that it's something, but it's not happening, and this should start easing off by tomorrow. With Mercury retrograde, initially in Taurus and then stepping back into Aries, there will be the thing like having a plug pulled. But over the next 20 to 25 days, until the evening of May the 4th UK time, this is a time for reflection, reassessment, reevaluation, reconsideration, for trying out new things, for test and taste and trial and experience and experiment, but not for action. You can make decisions, you can make choices, particularly as we get towards the end of the Mercury retrograde, but don't carry them out. Don't take action. Wait until after May the 4th, after which time things will work out. By the end of May the 4th, we should all be able to collectively go, right, this is what I think, this is what I feel, this is what the bits of paper say and the bank statements say, now I can take action. But don't take actions now until May the 4th, because if you do, you'll only have to retrace your steps, revisit the actions you're taking and redo them again later. So Mercury retrograde is coming up. Look at the end of Aries and the start of Taurus, particularly affecting those people incidentally born around 54, 55, 56, 57. And as Mercury stands still at the beginning of May, it's going to be conjuncting Uranus for a week. So I do expect big developments at the start of May, seriously big developments. But we'll deal with that when we get into the end of this month. Meantime, Mercury goes retrograde in less than 24 hours from now. At the same time, I'm not just laying all of the last few days' irritation, impatience, frustration at the foot of Mercury retrograde. There's a really big full moon coming up in about 48 hours' time. It's in Libra, and the full moon will be conjunct Jupiter, opposite Uranus, and square Pluto. So unfortunately, I do expect the intensity and the extremes of the last few days to continue developing and possibly even to get stronger over the next 3 or 4 days. By Wednesday or Thursday, this should be decreasing. We should all be in a much calmer space. But I wouldn't be surprised if something else were to kick off in the next 72 hours, which will really demonstrate the challenges of the Jupiter-Uranus opposition, T-square Pluto. The bottom line of all of this is this nature of belief, fundamentalism and extremes of imposition of belief. Any belief that is strong enough excludes anything outside of that belief. Therefore, beliefs limit. And the adoption of a more open, ambivalent, and hopefully compassionate and spiritual nature towards belief systems is encouraged, whereas fundamentalism of any type, I mean, you would have seen from my comments, I get a lot of Jesus freaks who tell me that I'm in Satan's work and I need to be redeemed and blah, blah, blah. And when am I going to take Lord Jesus into my life? Now, I don't get a lot of stuff like that from Hindus, Sikhs, Muslims or Buddhists. Mind you, I do have a lot of Islamic and Hindu clients. But they seem more ambivalent towards spirituality than Christians. This is just a reflection on my part. It may be just that I'm attracting them. Regardless of religion, regardless of faith and belief, the nature of fundamentalism, more and more people are just doing stupid things off their own back. So many people now are just driving cars into people or lorries. It's a desperation formed of secular isolationism. You believe something so strong and then you realise that the rest of the world just doesn't believe what you believe and that the rest of the world in your eyes is corrupt and sordid and twisted. So you crack and you've got to do something about it. Unfortunately, in the next couple of days, I wouldn't be surprised if something else were to develop. But by Wednesday, it's over and then we can get into a Mercury retrograde period of reflection. And believe me, we're going to need that space by that time. So yeah, quieter time coming up, but let's get through the full moon first. Okay, Sunday sermon over, folks. I'm off to London to do some readings. Have a great day. Speak to you in the morning. Bye.